Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit here, back again with Hunter x Hunter. We are on episode 16, and in the last episode we kicked off Phase 4, which is essentially what we consider a Battle Royale. Well, actually no, we didn't kick off Phase 4 last episode. It started there, episode 14, whatever, right? Anyway, like a Battle Royale kind of thing. They're all going out, they all have specific other participants that are their target. So if they get their ID tag, they get 3 points. If you keep your own, you have 3 points at the end, and all the other ones are considered 1 pointers, and you get a minimum of 6 points. So yeah, we're in the midst of this. Gon has to get, well, he doesn't really have to get, I mean, theoretically he can pass without getting Hisoka's, which might end up happening because Hisoka is nuts, and I mean, there's a possibility for like a team up here because Gon, Kurapika and Leo are in the same area right now, so there could be a team up. It could take 3 of them to get it. If that's the case, we'll just have to see. But meanwhile, the 4th one, Killua, is out on his own somewhere, being followed by some random guy who has no idea what he's in for. He's going to get absolutely annihilated by. The funny thing is, just Killua's just walking away, just nonchalantly, because he knows that he can just go search for his target. And if at any point this guy decides to jump out, Killua's got his number. Forgive the pun. He's got his number. so yeah. And yeah, I think that's all we need to get into. Gon is tracking Hisoka, and Hisoka has now found Kurapika and Leo. So we'll get into this episode and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 16. Right. So, all right, we know what Hisoka's deal is now. Then, though I don't know what his prime motivation for that is. Like, I don't know if it's just a case of like him wanting to test himself against others, like to sort of prove to himself that he is the best that there is. Because like that's the only thing I can really gather right now. I don't know what other motivation there would be. But I called it before he said it, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, so Hisoka, when Gon was like, you know, well, I guess I should say when Hisoka, like, he got the tag from Kurapika. But you're saying like that's you know, that's a deal then. When Kurapika was going through like the like, you know, Tomba was my target and stuff like that, that, you know, I'm sure he wasn't, because Kurapika wouldn't know who was targeting him, right? So when he thought, yeah, I'll just take the one tag, I thought he was like playing with words a bit there and just saying, oh, I'll take the one tag, not meaning the tag that they were going to give him, the 1 pointer or whatever. But it would be Kurapika's, and that would end up being his target, because he just told them. But I was wrong. So it's not that at all. Whoever that other guy is that Gon was being targeted by, that was his indeed. It's a mad chain of events, and honestly, in any other situation, I could almost see like Hisoka knew this was going to happen all along, like in some way. Because I don't know, like Hisoka has this sort of innate ability to just be aware of certain things, I think. So I thought that he was always aware that Gon was following him, knowing, and because his sort of, I guess, him being able to sense stuff, he knew that someone was following Gon. So he was waiting essentially for the chain to sort of pass through. So Gon would get Hisoka, the guy who was going after Gon would get him, and then by extension Hisoka would be able to get that guy. So, you know, at the end of the day, he came out with Hisoka came out with exactly what he wanted. There's no way to really, I guess, confirm that though. It's just something that could be the case. I mean, it did look like Hisoka was actually shocked, so I'm tempted to say that he actually didn't, just because Gon was able to conceal his presence. But I guess, you know, it's still something that could be considered. Yeah, so that fucking mad where the sort of the art itself and like the sort of the animation like went very detailed, and Gon was like, oh, I can sense his bloodlust. So that is literal. Because Gon's able to sort of sense this, I guess, because he is more sort of animal in nature, that he picks up those kind of vibes, and that's the reason why Gon is able to pick it up. But I'm just wondering if that is literal, and it's not like it wasn't something else. But I guess now knowing what his prime objective is to those with potential, let them grow to get to the best they possibly can be, and then kill them off that way. I guess him having bloodlust, and that's what it is, makes sense. Because he's like, Hisoka's perverse about it. He fucking loves it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say the butterflies don't have anything to do with Hisoka in the end. I thought they may have done, but it's just a thing of him being a fucking, like somewhat of a jester, like magician kind of thing, being able to sort of, I guess, use them to his advantage. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that, you know, he's just, I don't know, I feel like he just has this, he would be able to pull, like, you know, Hisoka would have thought of all of this through. So, you know, from the very beginning, like, if everything played into his hands, like, it just seems like that's the way it would go. But yeah. So yeah, the whole sense and presences thing. So I mean, this is something that's sort of in a lot of shonen anyway, like, because it's not like, if you attribute it to real life, I don't know, I guess you can sort of equate it to the sixth sense thing. Like, if someone's watching it from behind and you kind of know that someone's watching it, but it's not entirely the same. If in a real life scenario you can't sense a person's like aura, you know what I mean? But I think, like, because in anime generally it's like a visual thing, there's a visual cue that you can see that the characters wouldn't be able to see. They're just more sensing it or feeling it rather than actually seeing it like we can. But so yeah, it's just a visual cue. But I guess, yeah, so sensing sort of presences is something that, you know, I guess is somewhat prevalent in this world. I really want some like world building. Like, I want to know what the case is with the world itself, you know. I don't know if it's just by extension, because the whole premise of the show is to be a hunter, is all of the thing of like unknown is the big sort of word surrounding it. So I guess if you're watching it, then it's intended for you to go in and like into unknown territory, so to speak. I don't know. But yeah, the guy who was chasing Gon's, well, he said 7,000. You know what that word means? Essentially, 7,000 times he had to kill it. 7,000 times he threw his rod out. Which yeah, I never even. I don't know why I didn't even think about that. I completely forgot about that guy entirely. They had everything else going around with Gon and following Hisoka, that my mind just completely blanked to everything that like, to that guy hiding in the shadows. But it makes complete sense. Like, Gon has been so focused on trying to figure out, and then eventually figuring out that to get Hisoka's tag, he needs to wait until he attacks, and at that very moment. But by focusing all of his attention on that, he himself was open as well. And every time he threw his rod out is the same as when he was thinking that Hisoka was going to attack. It's like him throwing his rod out is his, like, sort of, that is his attack. So every time he would throw it out, he was left open. So yeah, I like that little thing. And then Hisoka just ended up killing him. I love that. That's great. So yeah, but Hisoka did point out there that Gon has a sort of, I guess, he has some innate resilience to it anyway. Again, I think this has got to attribute to his, like, I don't know, because it could attribute to him being sort of one with nature in a way, or it could attribute to him being relatively super physical. Like, he has these, like, this superhuman physicality to him, where I don't know if it's got to be like some gene within him that allows him to be this way. I don't know if we'll ever get really any information regarding that, or if it's just supposed to be taken at face value, just like, no, he's just super, like, he's just got that superhuman ability, and that's it. That's all you're going to get. I don't know, but he has some sort of resilience to that that sort of trunk that he got he got hit with. I don't believe for a second I thought that fucking Hisoka had done something to his tag. It's gotten to the point where I just think that things that should be so stupid to say, I believe are possible because I feel like Hisoka can do anything at this point, you know? He's like built up in that way where he is so powerful that, sure, why not? Hisoka can do it, you know? So yeah, he's a scary guy. But yeah, so we'll tie off that episode. There's nothing else to talk about, so we're just gonna end it off there. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. I need to go through my things first, don't I? Yeah. Right. So few things in the description below. Discord. If you want any information regarding my content or anything at all, you can get yourself over at Discord, and you can also come talk to me in our other community as well. And Patreon. So I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that would be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers or rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's the early access tier, $5 a month. That gives you access to shows a week early. And you get 4 episodes of Hunter x Hunter every week, 2 on Monday and 2 on Friday. So if you're coming for more reactions from me from Hunter x Hunter more frequently, then that's where you want to go. $10, that is the full length. That gives you access to my full length library. Everything I react to gets a full length. $15 a month, that is the exclusive tier. That gives you access to a bonus show that I'm currently watching, which is 7 Deadly Sins. So if you want to see my reaction to that, become an exclusive tier patron. $50, that is the elite tier. Every time you pay $50, you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It will go at the back of the list by about 7 shows. My team will get round to it, but I will do eventually. But if you don't want to wait that long and you want your show to be reacted to next, then you want to get God tier, which is $100. But that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.